There's one Merritt in Chicago, and then Brooklyn School of Music just can't sign me, and I had to switch it that day.
Oh, Chicago and Brooklyn, though, are like hotbeds. Well, first of all, Chicago is filled with social
and I thought
social
it was safe.
jihadis.
I'm a piano player.
I never say SGW. Social jihadists. Dude, this is like the Taliban, this shit now. Like, they have to...
Bro, I've been in this too, man.
Louis' a fucking Buddhist statue that has to be exploded. Do you understand? We now have to take all these unfunny people, okay, that for political reasons, and you can't have evidence of someone being funny that fits in the wrong group. So, like, I'm in the jurisdiction of them because I'm right.
Because you were on that show.
These fucking people in this religion, like, they believe that's their, like, you serve at our pleasure,
right?
Okay, and they get validated whenever someone, and all these fucking dipshit liberals, okay, because I'm a liberal, dude. I don't know if I'm like the last of a fucking whatever, but. They all just pandered. They're like, well, it's for the best. Don't stumble your brother.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are liberals that feel the exact same way.
Yeah,
they don't feel like they're really liberals anymore because of the far left has taken over like this space of what you can and can't say to the point where you're like really on the outs.
And they've built an industry around it. So if you speak to them at all, you're a sucker, dude. If you have any emotion about this, you're a fucking sucker. Just don't get suckered. That's all I'm saying. Basically, the print media starts going out of business. All of a sudden, gossipy bullshit and all this social jihadi shit.
It makes a lot of money.
It makes a lot of money. Everything's got to be outrage or uplifting.
Clicks.
That's it.
There's purity tests. There's literally like purity tests.
Yeah, and then
have you heard outside ideas? You better not have listened to Jordan Peterson.
Dude, it sounded so much like we were supposed to guard our hearts and like not even read certain things. You know, like. And if we had doubts, not say them because you might stumble your brother out of the faith. This shit's turf. If you're a feminist or whatever political thing, he goes, you understand, this is turf to them. They don't give a shit about an actual victim. So, like, you'll try to do something good or help someone, and if you go to one of these groups, they grab it and they use it as their little symbol or whatever. It's never about an individual person. That's what I'm saying, watch on there, because nobody's talking to you on there, like having a chat, or what I learned. They're baiting you to get you to say something that they can say, I took down such and so. They're just fighting for the right to do to white men what they've always done to black men, which is like, he scared me, I want him fired.
Well, they're
now just grouping all the men. So congratulations, you get to be like an N-word now. Yeah, they could do it without you. They don't need you present to fucking set you up as whatever. I thought you could. Oh, then they'll go, Kurt, what did you say? They don't even bother with that.
Well, they don't care. A lot of people just want to burn you.
There's just
the entire media is based on this conflict now, and what Patrice used to say, like, they always need us to be at war.
That golden ring is just fucking acting, okay? That's what it is.
That's
the golden
right.
ring is acting, and if it's not acting, it's writing about acting. It's just like writing the scripts of acting.
The complaints are casting complaints.
Yes.
Not stand-up complaints.
It's not our world, man. The problem is we fuck up when we go to that world. Right. Our world is inappropriate shit said behind closed doors, making each other laugh.
Yeah, I'm not a teacher. I'm here to disrupt class. I'm not here to help the class.
Right. We're in the green room doing mushrooms, smoking pot, drinking whiskey, and then we go on stage and talk crazy shit. This is our world. Our world is not the casting couch. Our world has nothing to do with auditions or this whole fucking acting, like the way actors talk to each other in actor speak. That's not our world. We're not Me Tooing it. We're not. This is it's a different world. We're the world of guys trying to come up with shit that's funny so that people laugh because we like that.
Because one of the last things Barry said to me, because they want to take his special off of Louis' site, which he wouldn't do, because Barry's like a stand-up dude that wouldn't go with the crowd's trendy horse shit. Like he had principles, but he's like, I'm so sick of the untalented hijacking of very real trauma to a lot of people to further their dumb career. He's dead on about that.
Now, those simplifying structures are hierarchically assembled, and some of them are far more important than others. Trust is one of them, especially trusting loved ones, family members, which is why betrayal by a family member is really catastrophic. Because it destabilizes your past, right? All the memories you have. It destabilizes your present. It destabilizes your future. It shakes your faith in human beings, including yourself. And everything collapses, and that's an ego death. And so, now underneath the ego, as far as Jung was concerned, was another structure that he called the self. And the self is this thing that remains constant across ego deaths. But it's deeper and less personal. It's archetypal. And it's the thing that the ego collapses into when it collapses, and then it rebuilds the ego. Something like that across time. But that's what an ego death is. Now, there's variants of that, because you can have a voluntary or an involuntary ego death. And a voluntary ego death is when you learn a bunch and you're willing to let go. So that would be your own immolation. It's like you're a phoenix and you're lighting yourself on fire. That's a much better idea, even though it can still be really harsh. The involuntary ego deaths, they're really hard on people. People will do almost anything to stop that from happening, which is partly why they fight to maintain their group-fostered axiomatic simplifications. It's not surprising, because it's you lose like that ego death is a journey into the underworld, or it's a collapse into chaos. And that's not so bad if you do it purposefully.